You want to land your next freelance client in coffee shops, parlors, resorts, restaurants, and whatnots, this is the video for you. Hi everyone! Welcome back to Life with Fab, and I am Fab. I talk about business, spirituality, finance, adulting, freelance, and anything under the sun really that is Fab coded. And so for today, I'm gonna share with you how I got a freelance social media gig while doing my lashes, literally sa loob ng salon. And na-realize ko lang to because I was, working and thinking of ways to get clients and all that. And then I realized na clients are everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. Sometimes we don't notice it because hindi masyado tayo conscious of it. And that's okay, but it's a practice. But literally everyone is a client. And so before I share some tips about the freelance world, about how you can also get clients literally everywhere and anytime, I'm gonna do a story time of how I got a social media gig while doing my lashes sa isang salon here in Davao. So to start off, nag-book lang talaga ako ng nail appointment. So gusto pa nails and at the same time lashes. And ako kasi I support local a lot. I even made a support local Davao group back in 2019. So I really want to support small businesses, ganyan. So when I see an ad, bago pa yung salon or yung parlor, and check, and hindi masyado that active yung social media nila, and I think they're fairly new. If I see that it's, fairly new, or hindi masyado madami ang followings pa nila, I usually go to that specific salon and try it for myself. So I can also see if worth it ba siya, if I can recommend it to my friends, or I can post it ba as a feature in my blog, ganon. So I usually just go visit and I don't say na I blog and all that. So I book in an appointment, and then afterwards kasi medyo yung demeanor ng owner is parang he keeps following me up ba, parang punta ka na ma'am, asan ka na ma'am, yung mga ganyan good. Tas usually kasi, although I appreciate the customer service na parang, grabe ang update sa'yo, I also wondered lang na bakit kadami nilang time to follow me up. I'm just one client. So, gets ko ang customer service side of things. I just also thought ba na baka may scarcity sila slight ng clients din. But, it's just my thought processes. So, anyway, go lang ng go. And I appreciated it. And so, I went. So, pagpunta ko, nagpa-lashes ako, andun yung owner. I talk na parang grabe ka, kabait, kaya nag-follow up talaga, na-appreciate ko, ganito, ganyan. And so, while the lash tech was, putting lashes na sa aking lash, I went to talk with the owner kasi machika kasi ako talaga na person din. It was kind of natural for me to ask questions. First, kamusta ako, gano'n na katagal yung place, and then how is the sales sa location nila kasi medyo patago slight. Yung owner kasi machika din, so we were just, getting along. She mentioned na parang problem sila with the posting since they don't know what to post, ganyan, or hindi din ganun ka-active yung pages nila, ganyan. Ako naman, I pointed that also kasi as a social media manager, innate sa akin mag-social media audit automatically in my head when I see a page or an Instagram na parang, okay, kulang na customer feedback or educational carousels or maybe sharing some new ideas, so kulang na mga pakulo. So, when I skim, I automatically kind of audit it in my head already. And I also shared some advices. Sabi ko, ma'am, maganda yan, ma'am, if mag-promo ka, let's say, malapit na Valentine's, so bring your mother and get 50% off on your next service, mga ganyan. I also shared na pwede kayong mag-loyalty card, ma'am, if wala pa, para, customer retention. Kasi sabi niya, diba, nagsa-struggle siya. And I offered some advice. If hindi nyo pa to na-try, ma'am, you can do social media ads. So there is boosting and there is doing FB ads, which is different yan sila. But I will not talk about that here. And then they can also do giveaways. I saw that they don't do that. And so that would also help boost, or maybe collaborate with influencers or bloggers, and or just really growing the page organically. So posting, resharing, and utilizing reels talaga. Like, I really push for reels right now kasi people love videos, and yung attention span kasi ng mga people ngayon madali sila ma-distract. And so a really good 3 to 6 second video is really good, and matataasan yung watch time, matataasan yung engagement and all that, and so it will bump up the page. So that's what I told her. And then natanong niya na sa akin, ay ma'am, bitaw ma'am, no, nice pala yan ma'am, ano pala ang trabaho mo ma'am? And so sabi ko, ito, like social media auditing, strategizing, creating social media posts, ito ang ginagawa. So kaya nasuggest ko na, maganda to gawin, ganito, ganyan. And so after that, after sharing my profession as well and sharing some value-adding tips sa kanya, this came naturally lang guys ha. I was sharing with the intention of helping. I didn't know that I would land a gig right then and there because nag-eyelash ako. So, nag-ausap kami, nakaganon ako. So, yes ma'am. Tapos, ano ma'am, ganon. So, ayun siya. And then when she asked, I said, I'm actually free kasi noon na time, I'm also really looking for a freelance gig. But I was looking at it sa online platforms such as Upwork, online jobs, other agencies at noon na time because I was looking for agencies and direct clients as well. So anything really, LinkedIn, ganon. And so I just didn't realize that I would get it sa Parlor. So, yeah. So, after that, nabihan ko na I will craft a proposal and then tingnan natin. I am willing to meet halfway sa kanyang needs because she has a budget. And apparently, yung old social media manager niya, she paid a lot than what I've offered. It's not really working. So, parang post lang then that's it. So, ganon. And so, medyo naawa din ako and I really also wanted the business to thrive. And while nagachika-chika kami nung owner, I really felt for her since na-part siya sa isang scam which lost her hundreds of thousands. After that, medyo hirap silang family na makabangon, ganon. So, when she shared problem, I gave the solution. We worked together. So, that's what happened. I asked her next availability so I can share the proposal I will make for us to work together. And so, that's it. So, I crafted a proposal, okay, sa kanya. I managed her social media profile. I actually did the extra mile. Technically, hindi ka na dapat nagre-reply sa mga pages because that's for the customer service part. But on my end, I had extra time lang din naman and I replied as well. So, that way, may more support sa kanilang. So, ayun siya. So, that's the story time. And so, with that, I'm gonna share my 5 top tips to land a job anywhere. So, 95% ito siya na proven by me. And so, feel free to take what resonates, edit out, and assess what works for you, and create your own strategy. But this is what worked for me so far because that parlor encounter was the first of many offers I got. So, nung pumunta ako ng beach sa Samal, apparently I was also talking to the owner, and after talking, she also asked my job, and then nung nalaman niya na I'm a social media manager, also avail the services, and then at the same time 2 coffee shops in Davao and 1 service base which is managing a financial advisor's profile here in Davao. So I'm sharing this so you know that it is possible for you too, and so you can get that job. And if not, then at least you got a friend. So first is fact-finding. If you're meeting a client, it's nice to research about the client as much as you can already so you know how or where or what to touch base on. So maybe you guys love plants, you guys love coffees or hiking. So that way you can easily build connection. Personally for me, I don't mind being vulnerable because for me, vulnerability is power. And I think that's what helps us connect to each other even more. And sometimes, dun pa pala ikaw mabebet ng client because you guys had the same experience and you guys connect. And so there's a different kind of connection now. Hindi na lang siya working connection, but it's also more universe aligned somehow. If that makes sense. Research, that way you can prepare, do an audit how you can support or help their businesses in whatever niche you are in right now. You take notes of that. That way when they share, what do you suggest? What's your strategy for this? At least may masasagot kayo. And the second one is be a problem solver. So this is not just for landing freelance gig. Sa everything good, ito siya mga ma'am and sirs. Kasi after fact-finding, may na-share siyang mga new stuff na kasali sa research mo. And so, practice being solution-focused. Okay, this is the problem. Kulang siya ng followers, kulang siya ng sales, kulang ang mga posting, kulang ang keywords, kulang ang systems nila, kulang ang communication. Like, find the problem and provide solution. Yan talaga ang key to anything. Because then you are a valuable asset to the company. If you give out solutions kasi, ikaw yung itatak for the lots of problem that the company or the brand wants to solve. If you give those, then you will be so valuable to the company kasi sino magsosolve, no? Diba ikaw? Just a tip, if you are the only person who can do this, who knows this system and all that, then you are an extra valuable asset talaga because how can they let go of you when you know everything that's going on or when you're bringing 300% of the sales or when you're managing this so much so that nalito na sila what to do without you. So basically that's that. Be a solution provider. Create an action plan dito sa mga solutions na to. It's creating lead generation reels. What kind of hooks will we be using? It's also nice if you lay it down on them. Ano yung mga actionable steps. That way they know that you are the master in this area or at least you're an expert or you are knowledgeable enough to really support and help them Because guys, there are clients na okay lang sa kanila because they value your honesty and hard work more. So if you're honest na hindi ka marunong nito, but you are proactive at learning and you want to learn as well, and they see that because the energy doesn't lie, then they will still give you a chance. And I am an example of that as well. I told them na hindi talaga ako maalam dito na tool, but I did my research before going in the interview, and I told them downloaded this app and I have tried it for myself. So what they value the fact na even if hindi pa ako hired, I already did the extra mile and went on with it, and also suggested some things that would be better for the brand. So next is ask the right questions. So yes, pwede tayong mag-question for the sake of questioning. But asking the right questions, the clients would really feel that you are into their brand and you really want to help them, because that's our goal here as service providers, which is to support, to help them, to basically take off their workload. That way they can enjoy their life or focus on other things. So an example of asking the right question, of course, it would depend, always case-to-case basis. But for me, it's asking them what's their why, what's their goal, what's their mission, why they do what they do. And I also ask what the success look like to them and what's our priority in the next couple of months. And that way, I know how to position and align myself. Kasi diba, let's say, hinire ka for a social media gig, 2 posts, pero you're doing FB ad, doing website and all. So ang nangyari, hindi na tuloy consistent yung social media nila because you've been doing the other things in their business, which is good. But also, di ba yung goal nila is to have consistent posting. So always go back to the vision, to the priority, and to the why. And that way, you will never be lost. So that's also not just in work, but also in life. And next is, actually, nasa fact-finding na to, but I want to separate it lang. Really build the rapport. I really make it a point that I connect with the clients. So ako, I am strategic with who I send proposals to. Sometimes sila na din yung nagsasend these days, which I'm really, really grateful for. But sa times that I do send, I really strategically send to life coaches, people who talk about neuroscience, habits, and all that, because I'm personally invested and interested in that. And so even in my downtimes, I listen to Dr. Joe Dispenza, Jay Shetty, Mel Robbins, and all that. And so if yun yung aking client, I know that I'll easily blend in. I can do so much more for them, and that's also my interest. And so we both speak the same language. Also, in building rapport, syempre, not just about you, it's also about your client. And genuinely compliment them, like you love their vision, you support it, and also share an experience why you support it and all that. So really make that connection. And just a fun fact, actually, meron akong client before na she was going bankrupt na pala, and I didn't know, and I still got paid for the last 4 months because she really wanted me. And we vibed so much that she didn't want to let go of me. It was only then nung na-realize niya na parang 4 months na siya paying for me, yet I'm not really doing anything because wala siyang task na nabibigay, because she's also lost in her life noon na time. And so I'm saying this because I want to share that sometimes talaga connection trumps skills. Sa totoo lang. Of course, you learn along the way, right? But you don't have to be a super duper expert at it, because sometimes they want you for your integrity. They want you for your character. Because a lot of clients, they know that skills can be worked on, it can be learned, but your character, it's different. So if you build that connection, I swear. So after all these 4 steps and under the building rapport, it's basically being charismatic. So alam nyo, a lot of them didn't ask for my CV or portfolio. Yung iba lang. Because the way I talk and the way I connected with them and the way I am updated in my industry already shows that I know what I'm doing. And that leads me to my 5th point, which is staying informed in your niche and probably in other niches as well. That way, you can add more value and you become so indispensable na hindi na talaga sila mag-let go sa'yo. So how do you do this? Finding creators that are experts in their field. You can search that sa TikTok, YouTube, even Spotify, because our podcasts will talk about content creation, marketing, or websites, or basically earning via online. So use those. Set an alarm just to really update yourself. It may be 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week, it may be every Saturday, kayo bahala. But know that it will really, really help you. So ayun lang, and I hope this helped. These are just 5 of the many tips pa that I can give, but I will be basing this sa aking previous experiences. If this helped you, please share it down below because I would really, really appreciate it. Love looking at the comments, and if you have some suggestions, recommendations, or if you relate, I would really want to know. So I want this to be a safe place community for everyone who's here to, you know, to learn, to get that bread, and to vibes. And that's it. I would really appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you on the next episode. Bye!